Well, welcome to Everyone Needs an Aquarius. Shout out to everybody that's been listening. Dom, how you doing? Even though you have the football, um,
Okay. Look,
things on you're gonna have to explain this. We on video. You have to explain this to the people off the top.
Okay, look. Yes, these are under eye, depuffers and all of that stuff, but it's cold. And my sinuses have been bothering me for the past few days. I told you I've been having like headaches, all of that stuff, tension headaches. So this feels good right here under my eyes because it is cold. And it's soothing. And so it's kind of relaxing. And then you just saw me. I said, oh, shoot. I forgot that my doctor prescribed me some medicine for my headaches. So I just took one. I'm going to take them off in a second. But I just need a few more minutes of the cool chill. Yes, that's all. But life is good. Life is good. How are you?
Good. I can't complain, man. Xander balled out this weekend again. Did her thing. Harassed a lot of young ladies out on the field as she's supposed to as a defensive player.
That's what I was about to ask. Did she get back into her D bag?
Well, like her coach was even like, "You better get him, Xander." He's like, "Throw your body around." He said, "Throw your body around like Xander does."
Because what was you calling her last week? What was her nickname?
The Panda Lock. I just stand up and I do like this. She gets mad and I just stand up and I do like this. She gets mad and of course she want to cuss me out. But she hasn't learned how to really cuss yet, at least officially.
Well, she be giving you the middle finger in her pocket.
Yes, you can look at her in the eyes and she's like, I'm tired of this nigga. I'm tired of him.
Man.
All right, hold on. I'm going to play you something real quick as we give you some time. We're going to play something that you didn't even know about, the school shooting by a young lady in Madison, Wisconsin at a Christian school. This how the press from yesterday was ill. Everything going on with this young lady. Here we go.
And thank you for joining us here at 6. I'm Randy Meyer.
And I'm Kelsey Carlson. We begin with our top story out of Madison, Wisconsin, where earlier today a school shooting left 3 people dead. That includes the female shooter, who is confirmed to be a teen student at the school.
6 people were also injured. Rob Olson is live in Madison with the latest on what is yet another school shooting tragedy. Rob.
Yeah, and I just stepped out of the latest press briefing that's going on now inside a fire station here. This is about a mile and a half south of Abundant Life Christian School, where that shooting happened now at about 7 hours ago or so, just before 11 a.m. And the chief, it's the Associated Press that's reporting the shooter here is a 17-year-old female. The chief would not go into that either, as they're still trying to figure out exactly not only the complete picture of what happened, but certainly why it happened too.
At this time, we're still working on a motive, trying to determine why this happened. We know that there is some information that may be circulating about the shooter. I cannot, at this time, formally tell you the age or gender or name of the shooter. We do not want to compromise any part of the investigation.
But he did say that they may be able to share more of that at another briefing coming up here at 8:30. Now, this began at 10:57 a.m. at Abundant Life Christian School here in Madison with a 911 call from inside. The chief just told us here that they were there in 3 minutes, and when officers went in the school, the shooter was already deceased. Police did not fire any shots in this case. The 2 others killed, a student and a teacher. Of the 6 injured that were transported to hospitals, we're told some bit of good news out of this, if you want to call it that, is that 2 of those of the 6 have already been released. 2 remain critical, non-life threatening, and then 2 others non-life threatening, still in the hospital. Now, there's been a reunification process going on at Dean Clinic nearby. That clinic shut down for the day. They say that reunification of parents and students, this is a K through 12 school.
All right, Dom, I'm going to give you a little bit more in-depth stuff that they're not telling you on here. So the young lady basically was tripping out or whatever, wanted to kill herself. But she had a boyfriend, I believe, over in Europe that she met online and she never met him before in her life. And he sent her the manifesto on WhatsApp. So that's what oh shit. So obviously he got to be international on WhatsApp. And she basically was saying like, yeah, she wanted to kill herself, but you know, while it would be funner or not even it'd be a senseless death unless she did it this way. She was into some real neo-Nazi shit, of course. You know, that's how it always is. Yeah, like a lot of N-words in her manifesto. You know, a lot of niggas in the manifesto. So she had her own, you know, kind of things that she said her parents hated her and that they thought she was a deviant and a devil. And I was like, a part of me was like, hey man, you kind of were. I'm just saying a lot of these different things. I'm not trying to say that about a young. She's 17, I believe. They got pictures of her. I'm not gonna put up any of her pictures. That people, you know, of course, Twitter had it all up there already. Even though official news can't say none of that shit. Like, they talking about there? I'm giving you what
they could get sued.
Right. So
especially
it's just
technically she would be a minor. So until they release all of the stuff and they got everything, then they would have to. Yeah.
Exactly. But, yeah, and she wanted to kill herself first, just by herself. But then she was like, it would be a senseless death of just a silly senseless death. She just killed herself. So she wanted to go on a little rampage and then had kill herself. So she had a handgun. So that's all she had.
Oh, I got you. Okay. So the guy sent her a manifesto to put out.
The girl sent her boyfriend a manifesto.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
No, she sent it to him, and then he didn't get it till she's already started because of the time difference.
Oh shit!
He sent in the morning. She started doing it in the morning, afternoon time. He's just waking up because he all the way over in I think Turkey or something, Eastern Europe.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
You know, it's so crazy that these schools still don't learn to put metal detectors in their schools. That's but
this school would think they needed one because they are a little abundant.
It doesn't matter. No, at this point, these schools, I'm sorry, the government is not going to do anything. Then y'all need to take it on, into y'all matters into your own hands. It is not by giving teachers guns. It is simply by having metal detectors, people having to search people's bags. All of that stuff, what we're subjected to in the city. You don't hear about that shit happening in the city schools. And the way that shit happened in St. Louis that one time, at VAP or whatever, that was some weird fluke that happened and how somebody got a gun up in there.
Yeah, he went through the back door. He went through
and I was like, how he go through the back door? The back doors don't have any handles, which also led. But the rumor always was that it was somebody that kind of helped him
or let him in, and they didn't think he was gonna be on.
Yeah. So, because that's what I'm saying. I'm like, those doors are locked, and so I'm sorry. Just at this point, these school districts are failing kids left and right. Honestly, you know what I mean. And the districts, we talk about bullying, and then next thing you know, somebody getting their ass whooped because somebody was picking on somebody. Mm-hmm. And now somebody in the hospital, well, your kid shouldn't have been picking on my kid. And they got tired of it because the schools didn't do nothing. I tell my niece all the time, I was like, let them play with you. You got a couple times to go to the teacher. You've been in Taekwondo. What I tell you at the pool, whoop their ass. And then we going for ice cream afterwards. They need to do what they were supposed to do. And so, you got kids coming home, killing themselves. And these parents suing the district left and right, and I get it, but it's just these teachers are some pussies, man. Have some sort of backbone. It don't even seem like this girl was getting bullied. She just had mental health issues.
Yeah, she wasn't.
That's all her parents, but that still go back to the district. It's why can't y'all have something simple as fucking metal detectors at all of these schools?
No, it was no, we're the Abundant Life Catholic. We don't need that.
That's the main place that no shade. Because just the recent history with these priests and all of that.
Hey, I'm just saying. I mean, that's what they claim.
Man, look.
And then the main thing that they was trying to put out there to spin and saying that she was a trans young lady. And they trying, but then it was like, no, she was a cisgender young lady, that did this heinous act.
Yeah. I just want to know why, the city kids, we got it on lock. We're not coming up in there doing that. Now, if I catch you in your neighborhood afterwards, that's something different. We're not on school ground. But while we at school, like, I felt so safe, even after Columbine. Like, now I had my escape route in the event, but all of our shit was just locked down. Like, the doors were locked after a certain time, and that's how it always has been. Because people coming up in school, snatching kids out, kidnapping. So the city schools are ahead of the curve. Y'all can play games that all y'all want to, but no, we got it.
Yeah, because it's the thing that's crazy. So, she's throwing up the the little even though I know I know, shout out to all my noobs and cappers out there that they didn't co-opted the sign. The white power sign is that okay sign. You didn't know this?
But yeah, but it's like
it's a similar, it's a white, it's a W. So it's like spread open like this. So basically white power. So it's the W and then the P, white power.
Yeah. But then it's but the
noobs do this too though. The noobs do this. It's the same thing.
I'm not cussing me out because I'm not Greek.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
I always see them do it like, damn.
They do it. They do it all. Talking about the white power people.
No, I'm talking about the noobs.
They do it all kind of ways. They do them sideways, diagonal, do them all kind of ways. But the noobs now have to fight the white power people because at some point people ain't gonna know the difference. And what if you were a white noob and you are just throwing up your fraternity sign?
Well, I know they got that one boy Sam White out.
No, I'm just saying like the people won't know if you just got on regular clothes and you throw it out. Like they got to go check and make sure. Is he a noob? Is he not? Matt, I'll be asking this question from you very soon of what you all were doing for Kappa Alpha Psi to remedy this epidemic with these white folks with the white power sign. Because they co-opted y'all sign. They co-opted it. So last week, y'all, we missed one of our favorite people. And it may be old to some, but it's so funny to me still. The great 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, talking about the Drake-opolist.
This is the op page.
Right.
He was just winning consistently more than everybody else in the culture. And then these people start to turn into people that feel like they're ops all over the page, babe. Because they keep watching them win. And then you go, I want this thing forever, man.
Right.
I'm not sure you can have it forever.
Right.
Forever.
Do you ever get like not scared or something like that, but do you ever feel?
All right, I think 50 is full of shit for most of that, but it was just funny the way I can't get the full lead in because he was talking to Big about like beef and stuff, and he was like about Drake and Kendrick, and he's like in the middle of it, just pulls out the page. you see the op page. So the op page is a real thing, you know that right now.
No, I didn't know that.
So the Drake fan base put this together. Like Drake, it's Drake something.com, which is like the number one fan site for Drake fans. And they put this out. So that's where he copied it from. So he didn't come up with this. Drake fans came up with this op-list page. And they got all kind of people on there. But I do think 50 is
Adidas, Anthony Fantano. Or Fantonio.
Yep.
A$AP Rocky, Bobby Altoff, Busta Rhymes.
That's what I don't understand. I don't know what's going on.
Charlamagne the God, some streamer, I think his name Cheezer, Complex Music, Day Free, Daylight, DeMar DeRozan. His fingers cover somebody else, Donald Glover, Ebony Prince, Ebro, Elliott Wilson, Future. Hit a J3, what Jack Dorsey do to you?
I don't know.
Your Twitter is not banned. Okay. So
and he's not on. He hasn't owned Twitter for 3 years.
Huh?
He hasn't owned Twitter for 3 years.
He hasn't been on Twitter in 3 years.
No, or Jack Dorsey hasn't owned Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know why Jack Dorsey. So then it says SZA, TDE. The BET Awards, The Alchemist, which is a producer. Yo, you want to know the funniest one? What the fuck Omarion do to you?
That one makes no sense.
Or what you do to Omarion? Like, because why is Omarion's name? This is the most outlandish name on here. Like, you beefing with Omarion? Which, sidebar, Omarion has me blocked on Twitter, and I still don't know why. I don't know why. We ain't beef. I ain't cuss him out. I don't know. But yeah, like the rest of these people, okay, I can see, because like a lot of these, like, you know, a lot of these are TDE artists or whatever, because like Schoolboy Q, SZA, and then like other artists that are on here, but it don't make sense. It don't make sense. And why isn't T.I. name on here? Because like he has beef. Didn't T.I. homeboy pee on him?
Yeah. But he didn't come up with this. This is fans, and like his closest fans supposedly came up with this. Oh, I guess they had a dance battle. It says, and Omarion beat him at a dance battle in October.
October of what year?
2024.
They did not have no dance battle. We would have heard about it. Right. Who's your source?
Drake turned 38. Or this is all. It's like it's on the front page. If you Google why is Mario, what did Omarion do to Drake? That's
the I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a show for 80s babies who were 90s kids. If you were a No Limit soldier, then this is your show. If you believe that Cash Money is not an army but was a Navy, this is the show for you. If you and your friends ever tried to sing a song written by Escape, In Vogue, Shy, or Boyz II Men at a talent show during middle school, this is your show. The I Only Listen to 90s Music podcast is a bunch of 80s babies talking about all the songs and things that we loved when we were kids and teenagers. So if you went to the skating rink and you were at a lock-in, this is the show for you. If you think that Tevin Campbell was the original Prince of R&B, this is the show for you. If you don't understand the conflict between Monica and Brandy, but you're kind of on Monica's side and understand why Brandy got punched, this is the show for you. Make sure that you tune in, subscribe, click the little subscribe link. We're here. We're going to talk about all things 90s music. This is the show for you.
What pops up is about this dance battle.
Who is the source?
Vibe, Yahoo, allhiphop.com.
Wait, isn't Drake 40 though? No, he's like
38. They said at his 30th birthday party this happened.
I thought.
And Omarion beat him in a dance battle in Houston. So this might just be them trying to be funny with that part. Like Omarion beat our man in a battle.
That's wild.
But
like I'm shocked that Chris Brown is not on this list. As much beef as they have had, that should have been the first name.
No, the first name should be Kendrick Lamar.
I mean, this just doesn't.
He got Ab-Soul on there, which is
he got Ab-Soul on there. Ab-Soul, wait, isn't he a part of TDE?
Yeah, he's got everybody on TDE on name on there. Damn near.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this is the fact that Chris Brown isn't on this list. I know this is a bunch of baloney. Yes, they have those songs together, but you remember they was beefing for a long time because you remember they got into it at the club, like at One Oak out here.
And Tony Parker was hurt for part of the season because of that.
He was what?
Hurt for part of the season because he got cut up.
And then Chris Brown chin was missing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look. It was just funny that the way 50 Cent did it. I don't know. 50 Cent now has been going this campaign of basically saying like people hating on Drake and want Kendrick to win. I'm like, really? Is the industry want a righteous black man to win? I don't know about that one. Like that one just feels kind of.
I think it's just being 50 is out here.
He loves to be on both sides. He loves to be on both sides.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You know, he a fence rider, but also it's like, you know, he's just been having a time of his life since this Diddy shit. So he's just like, hey, I told you hoes, Ain't nobody listening to me. I thought I was hating on him. So I don't know. It's just yeah.
No, look, Fofty is what we call him. Fofty is hilarious. Hilarious. All right. So you saw the Jamie Foxx stand-up special. What did you think?
It was so good. The Jamie Foxx special was so good. And it's just so weird. Everybody, I know comedy and things, everything is subjective in life, right? Mm-hmm. Like it and that's just what it is. But I think the interesting conversation around this, I think people that don't like this, one, are not saved. They lost souls. Because if you're missing the whole point.
I guess I'm a lost soul. Because I didn't like it.
I thought you said you liked it when I talked to you.
No, I said it was just okay.
Okay. I think people went in thinking that it was going to be this comedy special when it was more of a testimonial. So a tester, like, I mean, you black, you know church, you know what a testimony is, and so I think that's what it really was about, just us taking us through whatever happened and how he got to where he is now. You know, like he made it out. This is his story. And I don't know what the expectation was, because it was for me. It was kind of dark. There was parts of it where that humor was really dark, and so I think that might not have said well with people, because we used to Jamie Foxx being so goofy, so silly, and we're also not used to seeing men be so emotionally transparent. Because the nigga walk out and he's like already crying, you know, like just filled with gratitude, and you can feel that through your screen. So I think that's also part of it where I think that he's getting a bad rap, but also I'm like, the nigga is just it's literally called See What Had Happened Was, and he is going to tell us this story, and we're gonna get a few kicks in here and there, but I enjoyed it for what it was. But also I need y'all to go through life with me, like the way that I kind of do life now. And it's not to have expectations, because when you have expectations, your ass is always disappointed. I know that's kind of like a fucked up way to look at shit and to operate. But when you operate from that space, I'm like, oh, I was so mad. I was like, well, I didn't have any expectations.
No.
And it takes a lot to wow, but also because of that, it takes a lot to wow me, and I'd be like, damn, where's the wow factor? But I'm like, it was cool. Like I enjoyed it for what it was. Like but I also, again, wasn't expecting anything. So he gave me what that was, and I was like, all right, I'm able to walk away with it.
I thought it was cool. It was cool. I just thought it was somewhat all over the place. They didn't have any direction to me. That was one of my main things. Like,
well, you also are a writer, storyteller, so it's different when you go through. See, as creatives, when we go in with that mindset, I think that kind of spoils things for us. Like I have comic, friends that are like my homeboys that, even dating a person that's like, also a writer and that has directed and to produce different things. It's certain stuff I just don't want to watch. I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah, I was scared to watch it originally because I was like, man, because I don't know any comedian that is taking off this much time that has been able to do well. That's why I want Eddie to come back. Only one, I guess, maybe is Chappelle, but Chappelle was kind of still doing it a little bit. Like he never really take time off.
Yeah, he just be popping up, and he still will tour.
Right. Even when he was on his sabbatical for them couple of years, he was still popping up doing stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just felt like it was just miscombobulated all over the place. Like, and it was cool. Like, it was a cool testimony. I appreciated his story. But I felt like that could have kind of been done. I don't know. I need to go back. Did they market this as a comedy special or just a special?
It was just a special. I don't. And if it was comedy, it was probably simply because he is a comic. But it was just, for me, I laughed. I laughed.
Yeah, I laughed a couple of times. It was just like, I don't know. It just, I will say the one part, and this is maybe just me, and this may be something, and just in general, I felt like the part, like the part where he had to remind us who he was. I thought that was kind of unneeded. Like it was being like braggadocious, like for no reason to me. Like we know that you and all this stuff, because he's like nobody can clone this, and then show the movie thing. Like it was just like, okay, do we know that you're not a clone? Like you didn't have to do. Let me stop with that. But it also did remind me how fucking talented he is, though, too. Yeah. But I didn't need like everything you've done. I didn't need an in memorandum for you.
I think that was his FU to the internet, like the people that were saying things, because I think if that wasn't a conversation, that bit probably wouldn't have even been in there.
I don't know. I can see having it in there. I'm just going off of what I've peeped his ego would be, though, because Jamie Foxx has an ego.
Don't everybody have one? 100%. Like, especially in Hollywood. He wears
his on his sleeve, though, way more than other people do. And I don't know him personally.
But also, that was a part of, but honestly, like, if we're being honest, his ego was part of the bit too. You know, how his ego humbled him real quick. Like, you know, and the nurse was like, well, you Jamie fucking Foxx, right? You should be able to do this. You should be able to do that. And he couldn't do it. And then sat his ass back down. But then he had to remember how he had to feed it was weird. Like in the sense of him, because we always say that your ego will humble you real quick. And you'll get humbled. And so in the sense of that, like that monster, he had to reset and just remember who he was as a day-to-day human being. And so if I want to be able to be this person, whatever this is, I got to start over.
Yeah.
So
it was cool. Like it was cool. Like I said, it was cool. I appreciated his testimony. You know what I'm saying? And what he went through. I don't know. I just felt like maybe, I don't know, man. And that's what I said. I need to know if it was going to be if it was a special or a comedy. If it was a comedy special, it's a definitely a D or F, because I need you to work. I don't want to. Let me put it in this context for all the people that are like in the comedy like that, like you are, Dom, and other people know the history. And we talked about this for Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor did a great thing when he did Night on Sunset Strip, when he did the whole thing. Somebody was on drugs and on crack and burned himself up. One thing that people don't, he gets so much props for being so vulnerable in the comedy for that moment. The one thing that people don't know about is, or maybe don't, or if they do, is that he had to take that 3 times.
So it says, this is from Yahoo. This is the title. Okay. We're all rooting for Jamie Foxx, but his Netflix special is a missed opportunity. That was from Yahoo. USA Today. Jamie Foxx's new stand-up special brings laughs and revelations, how to watch. And then it was one that was just from, okay, that was on the news page. Hold on, let me go home. Somebody said, this is the Daily Mail, but the Daily Mail be so messy.
Yes.
Latest twist in Jamie Foxx downward spiral. Fans brand him racist and misogynist after.
I ain't messing with white girls no more. I thought that was funny. I thought that was funny.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we'll get there because I want to segue into something afterwards.
Yeah. So no, but I was saying like people give Richard Pryor so much grace and like which was awesome to do, but it took him 3 times to do that. He got booed the first 2 nights doing that stand up.
You know, okay.
The one that he talked about doing crack and getting burned up, like the one that was like, oh man, Richard Pryor was so vulnerable. He even got booed the 2 first nights.
I would say this. So
I understand I don't go to comedy to see somebody go through their fucking part of their psychological evaluation. Put it like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that there's honestly, depending on your type of comedy and your comedic style, it could work, right? So I went to Sidney Castillo's stand-up. Like Tahir had one the night before at this spot that was phenomenal, and Sydney's was same spot, a really intimate setting the next night. Then it was like, and then Gary G thing, I went to his. So depending on the scale of what your production is, like you said, Richard Pryor had 3 nights where he was taping.
Mm-hmm.
They pretty much tape everything now. It's like one sitting. So like when Marlon did the special headliners, which was phenomenal.
Yeah, that was good.
It was 2 tapings. Same night. I ended up going to both. And then with Sydney's and Tahir, they only got 1 take. So there might be a joke where they could mess up at the end. They might have them redo it, or they will have, there's like, different, they'll have the audience do certain things. So I think it depends, but I'm wondering if there was just 1 taping for this.
No, I think it was more than 1. I think it was more than 1 for this.
And so, and maybe it was 2. Maybe it was 2 for that night. And that's how I can see
I'm thinking it's 2 different nights.
No. It was 1. And the reason why I almost felt like it was 1 taping is because there was a certain edit that happened, and I would have cut it out. And I peeped the joke. He kind of told the joke. They had it twice in there. And I peeped it. And it's at the beginning when he starts telling, like, he is going into it, and then he stops and it goes back into it. Personally, as somebody that I would have cut it out, but whatever. So that's why I was like,
let's get to the white girl.
Was it 2?
Let's get to the white girl. Let's get to the white girl's comment.
Okay, let's get there. I enjoyed it for what it was. The white girl stuff, have the floor.
Hey, look.
Also, I think this nigga is lying and pandering, but whatever.
100%. That's what. 100%. That's what as soon as I thought. I was like,
you want to know what would make me believe him a little bit, just a little bit? If he had a black baby, a fully black baby. He don't have no. And here's the thing, I still ain't gonna believe it then.
Nope. He got to get Lupita Nyong'o for me to believe it, and stay with her for 3 years, minimum.
See, I don't believe him at all. I don't believe him.
No, but he knows how to pander towards the crowd. I give him that. Look, he knows how to pander.
But I'm also sick. You don't have to do all of that. Like we know. But see, here's the thing. Jamie Foxx get away with that shit because he don't make no ass out of black women in a
now. I'll just say that. I will say that he don't talk shit about black women, and he don't when that's his preference. But he don't be like if black women. No, he don't be on no bullshit. He
don't do that. And so we don't have no beef with you. No. Go do you, boo. You don't have to.
No, we know you like the candy.
Yeah, like go over there. We are not tripping off of you, Jamie Foxx.
You ain't talking shit about nobody. You doing.
And also, I don't think it's. I think Jamie Foxx is attractive, but but it's not like we don't hear people lusting how they feel about like Denzel or like a Michael B. And if they're saying that, I've never heard them say that, and that's no shade to him. He's a nice looking guy. But that's just the reality of the situation. Is he a heartthrob? No. But is he a hell of an actor? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a hell of a singer. Listen, blame it on the alcohol. Had us out there drinking nasty ass Nouveau. Okay? Y'all had a party and had us drinking that nasty ass Nouveau, Daryl. So I'm just saying. But before we
look, but I don't want people taking this out of context when I was saying that Jamie Foxx is one of the most talented people we've had in this industry, period.
Yep.
Like the motherfucker can do everything. So look, just because I did not necessarily jive all the way with the special or comedy special, whatever they want to call it, variety show, whatever, that does not take away from the fact that I think he's one of the most talented cats to do it.
Yo, okay. So you do know that Jamie Foxx got into an altercation this past weekend.
Okay, break this down for me. I mean, I've read about, but you have your ear to the streets.
I don't have my ear to the streets. I just be having theories, and this is the conspiracy theorist in me, the Aquarius in me, right?
Huh?
So when I read that, gauntlets were thrown at his birthday party. First of all, I'm like, where are you? Is this birthday party really in this public setting where somebody at the table next to you is able to throw a glass at you? So I got a theory that there might be one of Puff Daddy kids because of the special. Because part of the whole thing was, did he do it? people was making up rumors saying that Puffy tried to have him off, and it would be for what reason? Because he said he left these parties at 9, but let's be clear, you might have left that party at 9, but Jamie Foxx went home and had his own party. Everybody knows that. So ultimately, I'm really sitting here. I'm like, yo, that would be a crazy way, like, because we know that they confronted Ray J. Chris Brown breaking it up. Y'all want to keep my daddy name. Y'all want us talking about y'all daddy.
So are they gonna fight everybody in the world if this is true?
This is just me being at but you can't. And then I'm like, y'all are making it even worse because now y'all are menaces to society.
And nobody real respects them. They ain't running up on no. Let's just throw TDE out there. They ain't running up on them cats from TDE if they talked about Diddy. They ain't running up on the Rough Riders. They ain't running up on the Locks and D Block. I'm just saying, like, cats, like, they ain't running up on Lil Durk and them boys. We'll talk about him in a little bit later. But he ain't running up on them boys. They ain't running up on them Texas boys.
That.
What?
Like, you can't say those things as I'm trying to drink the water.
I'm just saying they running up on people that they know they can fight, man, or they can try to jump. Go ahead. Why aren't you running up on some of them West Side of Chicago cats? Why don't you run up on some of them Haitian boys out of Miami? You ain't doing that. And I guarantee you, they talking all the same shit.
Yeah, I think it's just at this point, y'all are better off just not saying nothing or just not being reactive. Like, we know y'all are furious.
And we know y'all not hard. Let's just say it. We know y'all ain't hard. We know y'all ain't hard. Your daddy had to go in there and fight for you, Justin, when you were playing on the football team at UCLA, and they was the strength and conditioning coach was running your ass crazy because you was crying, which is on the fact. That's true. And that's when Diddy threw that kettlebell at his strength and conditioning coach.
Yep.
Come on, man. If that's true, I'm just saying I don't want that to be true because also even them running up.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, though.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to everybody coming to watch though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
The Ray J thing was sucker
too. But even honestly, even in that situation, I was like, wasn't the strength and conditioning coach doing his job? Like, weren't these coaches like
they are assholes?
Yeah, I'm like, so I'm like, what? So you went in there, and because you didn't like how somebody was talking to your son, you do that, and again, as if you not a public figure, as if I'm not finna turn around and sue your ass for millions of dollars. You got it, and so you about to come up off it. It's just petty cash to you. Because you could have potentially killed that man. Then what was you going to do?
I think they had to settle that out of court, too. I think that strength and conditioning coach sued, I believe.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So I just hope that's not true with that, because that'll just be just...
Niggas.
I just hope not.
Okay. So since we're talking about comedy and stuff, Chris Rock hosted Saturday Night Live this weekend. I thought I sent you a clip.
Yes,
talking about Luigi, and they was talking about like the healthcare industry and was talking about how the guy, that's unfortunate. That's what happens and all of this stuff. And, he has a family, he has kids, and he said, well, sometimes drug dealers get killed.
Hold on, I'm going to play it. Hold on, I'm going to play it in a
second.
second.
Play it for because, it was so good. It was so good. I can't tell y'all the last time I laughed this hard at Chris Rock.
Hold on, I'm finna give me a second. Actually, I'm on to pause.
Luigi. We got Luigi, you know, and that's good. I really feel sorry for the family. I mean, everybody's fixated on how good looking this guy looks. If he looked like Jonah Hill, no one would care. They'd already given him the chair already. Be dead, okay? But he actually killed a man, a man with a family, a man with kids, man. I mean, I have condolences. I'm gonna have real condolences for, you know, the healthcare CEO. I mean, this is a real person, you know? But you also gotta go, you know, sometimes drug dealers get shot. I mean, you seen The Wire, right?
You seen The Wire, right?
Listen, Chris Rock.
Hey, look. All right, let's talk about Luigi, man. Luigi and let me get this pronunciation correct because I had it written down.
Isn't it Mangione?
Mangione, yes. Luigi Mangione.
And listen, I only know because of Chuck Mangione, because of King of the Hill.
the biggest King of the Hill fan is my co-host.
Yes. Man,
so this whole thing is, man. We got to get into 2025, and maybe 2025 is gonna be even worse. But like 2024, where two rich people kill each other, is crazy. Because Mangione had bread. He could have got his bread,
but he forfeited his trust because he went to jail.
Oh, he did?
Yo, so apparently, the grandmother like left them all this money, like, you know, and
like
so
family money, right?
Like family money, and so ultimately, because like the only way that they wouldn't get their inheritance is because somebody, like, if you went to jail. And so he
for anything.
Yeah, like it was, if you went to jail, like you forfeited that.
What did he go to jail for though?
The nigga killed the healthcare person.
Oh, I thought you were talking about before, like he forfeited it before.
I'm like,
no. But I'm saying, but they were talking about, I know all these things are no. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But they were saying before he got mad because he had a bad back and he couldn't get medical. I was like, but he had money to get medical care. I'm trying to figure out.
No, it was supposed to be something about, it wasn't a bad
and back. His mom, and that was all the thing they said about his mom.
Like somebody
they had money for all this stuff, is what I'm saying. It's not like they were a middle class family that was trying to put together bills.
Even with that, you know, that it just gets so expensive, and paying out of pocket for things that should be affordable and accessible to us, regardless of how much or how less you have, it is really sad and crazy. And somebody was talking about pulling the numbers of United Healthcare, and they was just saying like it was something like in the double.
Yeah, they have 32% declines on the average of any research company, 17%. Yeah, and they did 32% fail, and they use AI to decline people's claims.
Yeah, and something happened even with like I have Aetna, right? When I used to have Aetna through Nordstrom, it was bomb. Like I don't recall ever having a copay. Nordstrom paid like a high percentage into it for us, and that's the thing. Like depending on what you pay out of pocket, it goes back. It's based off of what your company is contributing, and a lot of these companies are not honest about that, and that's the messed up part. So where I got like a CT scan at the beginning of this year. And that's the worst thing to have to do is when that shit reset. Why is it a reset every year? And we got to pay into it so much every year until y'all start covering us. I think that's some bullshit. It's a scam, whatever. So mind you, I have been trying so hard not to get injured or do anything that is out of the basic things. My thumb is sprained right now. I sprained my thumb in Pilates last week. I'm not going to the doctor because I'm not paying y'all to tell me that it's sprained. for y'all to do an X-ray. I'm not doing it. So I had to get a scan. Insurance started over. I had to pay like $500 or $600 out of pocket for that.
Hey, no, they had way more money. Hold on. Let me read this quote from his dad became a millionaire in 1995.
Okay.
Nick Mangione died in 2008. Okay. So no, his grandfather was reportedly born. Hold on. So it says here, I'm choosing. I was like, okay. He said, I didn't have two nickels to roll together. When my father died when I was 11, yet I still became a millionaire. Mangione family patriarch Nick Mangione Sr. told the Baltimore Sun back in 1995. What other country can he do that in? None of here. Nick Mangione was reportedly born to an illiterate father in Baltimore's Little Italy before the Second World War II. So this is grandfather. Nick Mangione died in 2008, leaving behind 37 grandchildren, including Luigi Mangione. The family did well enough that they were able to establish a family philanthropic foundation which donated to the Greater Baltimore Medical Center and numerous other hospitals with a total of $1 million. Greater Baltimore Medical Center even has a hospital ward named after the Mangiones, the Banner reported. So I'm saying, like, this is weird, man. Like, dude, he has a wing of a hospital named after his family. It ain't about no insurance money, man. That's why I think it's a bigger conspiracy, man. I'm going back to the wife. We need to find out if they got text messages.
Because okay, so also the other thing that was weird about this, and I know
look here, allegedly before, because
no. Listen, I just told you my conspiracy theory about what happened at Jamie Foxx party. I was like, yo, what if that was Diddy kids that ran up on him and hit him with that glass and had him busted up where he getting stitches? Like, that's weird as fuck. But also the whole thing. But listen, like they said, them people, regardless of how you see them or how you don't see them, like, he should have been with a bodyguard. That was the thing, that guy was supposed to be with a bodyguard. Where was his people?
I'm just and now he has enough money to do some good surveillance, but I'm like, dude, like, how do I know? Because I was joking on Just Posted, and I was like, how do you know that what time I go get my sausage biscuit in the morning? And what time I'm exactly gonna leave out my hotel to be able to know to be there?
Well, because he was going to that conference to speak.
Right, but I'm saying, but you know exactly when, because he walked up 5 minutes, because he had been around, I guess, for a couple of hours, but he walked up 5 minutes before he walked out.
Yeah.
And was written. How would you know that I'm getting ready to come down and get my sausage biscuit? Did I go get it?
Like they said, somebody could have tipped him off, or he just could have just been in waiting and just was like,
he could have been in waiting. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's pretty goddamn lucky though. But he had money, so I'm trying to figure out what is his real motive. It may not be the wife, but I don't think it's just simply, and I don't think he's a Robin Hood character either. Like, people are like trying to give him this Robin Hood-esque type of thing.
I'm not giving that.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck either way. Like, to be honest with you, but because, like, as Chris Rock eloquently said, drug dealers die every day. B, you know, like. We don't do this for none of these kids in the city and nothing like that. Like, but like
I said, like, y'all quick to have, because there was conversations about the whole thing with the anesthesia, like in the, you know, like different, they not gonna pay, they only gonna pay for a certain amount. And I'm just like, how, like, this doesn't make sense. So there is something bigger going on here. Absolutely. It is more than what we, you know, once they really get to him and he really starts talking, it's gonna be something crazy. Or what if that was his lover?
Look here, I'm not. It's probably some. It's at the same time. It could be just something simple that he was tripping out to. So, like, sometimes it don't be as complicated as we want to make it as well. So I'm not.
I know, but that be suck. You be like, damn, it's really that simple. They be like, yeah, I need the drama.
Sometimes it be that simple, man. Sometimes it be that simple.
Man,
sometimes it be that simple.
It could all be so simple.
Just like when we talk about Pac got killed, he just happened to drive past Orlando and them on the way to the club. Like, there you go. They had been driving around looking for him for hours, and he just happened to pass you. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, there he goes. Like, even though there's more conspiracy behind it, but I'm just saying the idea of, like, he wasn't waiting. But Luigi's that whole thing it's amazing just because it's two rich people. If this is like a poor person, like a John Q situation, we would all understand. But it's two rich white people. It's like, ooh, yeah, what y'all too? Like we all up in y'all business. Like, ooh, what y'all up to?
It be like that though. It be like that. It's sad, but it is what it is. Like you said, drug dealers die every day, B.
All right, it's one of our favorite times. People love and adore. With some updates for everybody. Y'all know what time it is, even though it's not involving him, but shit, a lot of stuff involves him because he's the impetus of a lot of this.
He become Ray J. Everything going back to Diddy.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Here we go. All right, surviving Diddy. We're now on Jay-Z saga week 2. So a lot of inconsistencies coming out from the accuser of Jay-Z and the new lawsuit from Tony Busby. I'm going to play this video here. This is kind of a good, extensive, good breakdown of it because she did an interview with NBC News?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
News, which was, we'll talk about in a second. Everybody just peep it out.
Well, we are back now on an update on a high-profile case that we've been following. Jay-Z's rape accuser coming forward, but with contradictions in her account. Earlier this week, the woman accusing the music mogul of raping her when she was 13 years old spoke out exclusively to NBC News. Our Chloe Malas has the investigation and a warning. The details in this story may be disturbing.
You should always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself. You should never let what somebody else did run your life.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 years old is speaking out to NBC News for the first time. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward and talk today?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet, but it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with her allegations. She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be all alone?
Right there, she's like, she full of shit. Like you see the way she leaned in, and she's like, "So you weren't scared?" And she's like, "This girl full of shit." But go on and finish.
No, with having autism is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof drug ball. The world's on fire. The fire is inside the ball with you, but there's no way for you to get out.
In addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver, who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
What did you think when he said that to you?
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, I have about his tattoo that's the Last Supper, because I have a religious background, so it was just something to talk about.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative of the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at the time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says Combs and Carter took turns raping her while a female celebrity watched.
JC comes in and rapes me. Well, he at that point I was fighting, trying to get away from him, and he put his hand over my mouth and told me to stop it, cut the
After the alleged rape, she says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up and drove her home.
We rode home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. Quote, I felt like I would remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind, he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said that she stands by her statements. I have made some mistakes, she said. Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me. The inconsistencies in her account of an incident alleged to have happened 24 years ago does not necessarily mean the allegations are false. The accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, said, because we have interrogated her intensely, she has even agreed to submit to a polygraph. This has been extremely distressing for her, to the point she has experienced seizures and had to seek medical treatment due to the stress. In a statement to NBC News, Sean Carter said, this incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory.
Is any part of you scared coming out against such powerful people?
Yeah, I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out than I am of being chastised by their fans.
All right, Chloe Malas joining us now live. Chloe, we just heard a very strongly worded statement from Jay-Z. What else are you hearing from him and his team?
Yes, so his attorney said that they're going to ask the court to, quote, dismiss this frivolous case. And also moments ago, we heard from Diddy's legal team, and I want to read you some of what they said. They said, quote, this is the beginning of the end of this shameful money grab. And remember, he remains behind bars at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, and his criminal trial begins in May.
All right, very thorough reporting there. Chloe, thank you so much for that.
All right, Dom. What you
think? Two things can be true.
Mm-hmm.
Something could have happened to this young lady. Someone very well could have taken her somewhere where she was hobnobbing with people. We spoke about that last week. And it is possible that you are thinking you could be interacting with people that you're not interacting with. You said you had a full-on conversation with Benji and Joel Madden regarding their tattoos. And they can place them somewhere else. Who were you talking to? What party were you at? Are you thinking that you are interacting with these people? Maybe you. So I'm not saying that this is not victim blaming, but there are inconsistencies in your story. The key piece would be your father. You live in Rochester, New York. You say you call your daddy and he came to pick you up and y'all rode in silence and your dad don't remember that. That is alarming to me. That is something I would think that you would remember. And then the girl that allegedly, the friend that dropped you off in New York is no longer alive.
But like, how old would your friend? Who was hanging with an 18 that was old enough to drive from Rochester to New York City?
Exactly.
And just dropped you off too.
And just dropped you off and didn't say.
I ain't gonna say anything about this woman, man, but
honestly, I'm still sticking with what I said last week. I wish Jay-Z didn't say anything because now y'all reposting, NBC's news story that corroborates you not doing anything. Y'all gotta learn to let y'all publicists and y'all lawyers do that bulk load for y'all. I know y'all, and especially in the case of somebody, especially like a Jay-Z that is kind of really don't say nothing. Like it's not like Jay-Z doesn't.
Uh-oh. I got a conspiracy theory. It just hit me.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh shit, it just hit me. What if this is something they know they didn't do? So I can talk as much shit I want to because you ain't gonna be able to prove it. So that somebody else does come out later on and you can't, and maybe it's a little more sketchier that, hey man, I already proved that that people be lying on me. Look what happened last time.
But you can still do that and not say nothing.
No, but I'm saying
because
it's
I
like
think
when you know you're gonna win and it's like being up by 50 points. Like you're gonna be up there dancing, you're gonna be doing everything,
so
and
ultimately,
you're gonna win.
So the thing is this is that what they're hoping is they was hoping that Jay-Z, somebody would have advised him to just settle, regardless if he did it or not.
Podcast, we definitely discuss healing. We discuss aspects of psychology. We discuss you becoming the best you, mental wellness,
for sure,
health.
femininity, parenthood, dating,
definitely dating,
single parents. And it's from a lens of two psychologists,
Yeah.
So,
but also two people who grew up with both parents, married parents, and then you all know that Chloe and I are the youngest of our crews, her siblings and my siblings. So it's from that perspective.
Yeah, looking at life through that lens.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get a whole lot of things from us. From us being women, going through life as parents, and all of these awesome attributes. But yes, womanology, the study of women.
The study of women.
That happens. Even if it was 50 grand, 20 grand, 10
and
grand.
That's what it was. And so ultimately, you done barked up the wrong tree where it's like, and I was having this conversation with my homeboy about it, and he was like, I think he's gonna end up selling because he don't want to go. I said, no. Jay-Z's gonna want this to go to court. This will go to trial simply because of there being so many holes in her story, and people are not being able to back up.
Gonna ride with it because he's gonna dig his feet in like shit.
Right, I'm already doubling down on it or whatever. Whoop to whoop to whoop. So we going this far. So it's either gonna get thrown out or they're gonna go to jail. I mean, not jail, but to trial, and nothing is gonna come of it because nobody's gonna be like, okay, your dad, your key witness is your father. He is already on the record telling NBC this. Is he going to retract that? Just like, well, I don't remember. He said he don't remember. Who was the 17-year-old girl that took you, or like you said, the driving age in New York is 17. So at minimum, this person is 17. Who was driving you to New York City 5 hours away, and then they got to go back home? It ain't like somebody took you to a train station or a bus station.
Yo, I'm picking up my daughter after 5 hours. I would be telling that story for the rest of my life, even if it wasn't something nefarious. Just in general, if I was like,
she
girl called
she
me,
was supposed to be at her friend's house,
and she in Kansas City, and I gotta drive to Kansas City or Chicago to go get her. She could be 38 years old. I'm like, do you remember that time I had to go pick your ass up from Chicago because your dumb ass went out there with your friends to Chicago for a concert? And maybe it's nothing nefarious. Maybe it's I'm trying to think of something like what was on the Cosby Show when they went to go see
when they went to the concert. Yeah,
maybe it's something like that. And they didn't. Or let's say that she's a little bit older, like they weren't there. Where it was like you still had to drive all the way to Baltimore. Where Denise had to drive all the way to Baltimore to go get them. I guarantee you, if you have a future version of the Cosby Show, she would be talking about that.
Yep.
But remember how to go drive all the way to Baltimore to pick you and your girls up because y'all want to go see the red shit? Like, that's nothing you would forget.
Yep. So that's what I was like. It's just kind of weird. Like the whole thing is just kind of interesting and weird. And I don't
felt like she was laying on stuff like you to believe her. Like, I'm also autistic. I'm also this. It's like, okay, all right. And man,
don't say it.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? No. When she said, you wanted Diddy's types, and I was like, hey man, I slandered this man a lot. But from those hands,
don't look like nope.
I know. Let me stop. I'm playing, y'all. I'm playing. I know because some people.
It's just weird,
and it's not a look. And it's not a look thing of someone being assaulted. I'm joking.
It is. It's not. But also, I believe that because
that sounds real delusional.
Let me tell you something.
Like Diddy's type. That sounds like something that would be like a sociopath would say, like to stalk another celebrity. Like they in love with me. Like what was it, Baby Reindeer? Like you're in love. I mean, they thought I was his type.
Here's the thing. And let me tell you the other reason why he not settling, or this girl probably won't get no sort of payout. If he settled, this is going to be it'll be a snowball effect. So now it'll be And now who else can come up
with
and
the
say
real
something?
case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying his hands are clean. I ain't saying his hands are dirty.
In this case,
now it just starts. It'll be a trickle down effect of what we've seen.
This looks real shady.
This does look shady.
And like I said, I don't know what he's done in his life, but I'm talking about this particular instance looks super shady.
It does.
It just, I'm sorry, it just looks super, super shady. All right, Dom, I'm gonna let you pick here. Do you want to talk about Little Dirk being indicted again for another murder, or Travis Hunter and his girlfriend drama?
Enough of the murder and dark things.
You want to go Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. So anyway, shout out to Travis Hunter, who won the Heisman, first receiver D-back to win the Heisman since Charles Woodson with the Michigan Wolverines. Super dope, one of the best college football years ever, like bar none. But he's having this issue, and the reason he's having the issue is because of not just his own fault, not just his lady's fault, but because these motherfuckers can't stay offline. And I'm talking about those youthful people, period. And also, people already kind of have the issues with Prime already. So anybody associated with him is going to have a little bit more of a microscope on them. But let me go into here. Travis Hunter's girlfriend. Firstly, let's start first. Allegedly, after one of his last games, she kind of goes off on him about something going on after the game and was giving him a little bit of attitude. Then at the Heisman Trophy ceremony, Prime had to get her to stand up for him when he won. Everybody else was standing up. And then the one that those other two, I don't know what was happening before or after those situations. But the one that really kind of got me was the Adidas when we taking pictures with fans and stuff. And she's like, what I'm supposed to be doing sitting here all day? What I'm supposed to do? I'll play it. Hold on.
All right. I just hear them
You went to the hotel, you go walk around.
All right, that gives you a little context now.
Don't go. You know he's working.
But then it's just so many different things. Somebody, one of those. Look, one of the wags or the boppers from the NFL need to get her now.
Yeah,
because if she tripping like this and he in college, and I know she came out of video explaining all the different things. It was a 7-minute video and all that. That's all cool.
That.
She just seemed like she a mean ass chick to me in general.
Yeah.
But she also went on video said that she wasn't this type. Why would you even? He wasn't even my type. I left him in my inbox for 2 or 3 months. Why?
If you don't listen, this is.
And I don't know this young lady, at all.
And then next thing you know, here it is. She's staying around just to secure her bag. She probably hoping she can get a baby out of this, and will be taking care.
I don't want to say that, Dom, because I don't know this.
I'm saying it. That's what it is. That is
hold on. Let me play Travis Hunter's thing. Getting upset about it. He did a whole video about it. Like they doing a Young and the Restless now. I feel like with this, but here we go. Hold on. Here you go.
You ain't never had no girl, so why y'all talking about me? Find something else to talk about. Talk about my girl. Go talk about your girl. Go find a girl. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on. I know what I got. I know my girl. My girl been with me for 5 years. Y'all are just not starting to talk about me and just not starting to be with me. Like, come on, man. Y'all go do something else with y'all life. Clickbait pages, y'all better stop. I'm telling y'all. Y'all, if something bad gonna happen to y'all, y'all keep doing that. Y'all better stop that. I ain't playing. Y'all better stop. All the clickbaiting pages. You know, when we was sitting down and I was at my puppet shop, we was talking about my family. What was they gonna do while I was in there signing stuff? I had all my family there. And that's why she did. That's why she said she's gonna stay there so they can get stuff. That's why she said she's gonna sit there so they can get stuff, have fun there. She wanted to go back. They wanted to go back. Someone wanted to go back to the hotel. Some of them didn't. You Y'all trying to make everything. Y'all want everything for clicks. Like, stop that. That's crazy. Like, y'all hate on me and then y'all go and hate on my girl. Like, bro, I feel the same pain that she feel. We're inseparable, bro. We with each other. Like, she hurting, of course I'm gonna be hurting. If I'm hurting, of course she gonna be hurting. Like, y'all
turn it off.
All right, Dom. I'll just give you some more context from him.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people have been. People have been doing some dirtbag stuff, like pulling up saying she had an OnlyFans before and all kind of stuff because she's 2 years older than him too.
Yeah, I'm just like, be careful, because like we see stuff differently, and when you older,
yes,
you really see stuff differently, and people just trying to, look out, and for her to go online like I wasn't his type, or he wasn't my type, I left him on red. What are you getting at? Like, why do we need to know that information? So that make us look at you even like crazier, like like you got something else going on, and it feels like you are not like in it like you're not in it to be with this person, like genuinely you're looking for certain things. I said what I said, I'm sick about that. And like this nigga was going to parties and waiting for her outside, like waiting for her afterwards so she wouldn't leave it. Like you shouldn't have to do that with a partner. Hey, I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm not doing that because I don't care. And if I feel like I got to do that, I don't need to be with that person.
And I need some older people that could be in there. This is the only time I'm ever talking about their relationship in general, just because he won the Heisman, and that was kind of crazy what was going on with that situation. Other than that, I don't care what these little 21-year-olds are doing.
Exactly.
But I will say that she seems mean.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just the beginning, sweetheart. If you ain't with this, wait till some of them older boppers, that's some seasoned boppers in whatever city he go to, because it looked like they said he might go to Las Vegas too.
Yeah.
Please. You cute, but you ain't that thing. Especially that Vegas thing rolling around there. And they put it on him like that. You better
like that's be the truth though. Like you be cute in your town, you be a 10 in your town, and then but everywhere else you be like.
And not just that though, just women knowing, older women that are seasoned women on that grand scale, knowing how to maneuver that game and like smooth them pets and make them feel good about who they be and all that stuff. What? Come on.
Why you say it like that and make them feel good?
Look, I had a homeboy who was in the league, and it was a bopper he was with. He had a baby with the bopper. I will put her name in our chat.
I already know. Yep, I already knew. That's so funny. That's so funny.
And I asked him, like, how did you even, like, he was like, dude, she make you feel like a certain type of way. Like it's all about you and like make you feel that certain type of way. And I was like, it's like the like boomerang thing. I even for talking about other cats, the boomerang thing. I'm flowers, I'm candy, I'm all that stuff. Until I hit, and then it all skeets out of me. But Travis, man, congratulations, man.
Put the name in there.
His ladies need to go low key. Don't come out to them events. Just be his lady. Go to the big events with him. Them little autograph signings and all that stuff that he got to do for the people. Don't mess with it.
Don't go. It be that simple. Please don't go.
Well, Dom, we finna get ready to wrap this on up. Where can people hit you up at?
Y'all can find me on Instagram, YouTube. I just did a live with my nieces and my nephew. We made cookies from scratch.
Yeah, I saw it up on
we had such a good time, and kids just so nasty. Like they were good cookies, but like you guys the end of trying to. I'm like, hey, stop! So you don't put your hand in there. We gotta eat this.
Like, don't do it. We got to eat this.
And then she come trying to sneeze. I'm like, go over there. Go wash your hands. You gotta talk to kids. So crazy. Why you gotta talk to them like that? But we had fun. It was just, such a good time, man. They're my babies. They're in my heart. I'm so happy they're back. Like, they see me every weekend. Their mom hit me up and was like, girl. Like, I was like, well, you said Jeff was going to be there. I made my dinner, so I don't have to cook when I got home. And I was like, I'm on my way. I'll get there. I'll take them off your hands. So, yeah, just that's it.
Oh, man, thank y'all for listening as always. We'll be back. We'll probably do something a little bit earlier for Christmas next week, y'all. So something a little bit earlier, maybe. Why? You won't want to do nothing before Christmas?
Well, we could do something. It would have to be that Monday.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I was like, because I travel that day.
Yeah.
Are you gonna stop by my house on Christmas Eve?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, cool.
All right. See you, everybody. Peace. Okay.